SR&BG and the magical benefits of traveling. You hear this phone? Something don't want me to make this video. Something don't want me to tell you the magical benefits of traveling. So now they want to hang up. It was probably only a telemarketer anyway. Thank you to all of the people that like, comment, share, subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings. Blessings to you in your situation. Now let's talk about traveling. If you still in your hometown, born and raised, and you never got out, if you living in LA and you never went to Las Vegas and San Diego and Phoenix and Texas and New Mexico and Utah, then you missing out on a lot of benefits, man. If you're on drugs and you're addicted and you living in your hometown and you're addicted to a drug inside your hometown, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get off that drug. You're going to continue to relapse, continuously relapse. Why? For 2 reasons. One reason is there's a picture that's already painted of you in your hometown, and you can't erase that picture. No matter how high you vibe, people is going to always look at you as the worst version that they seen you. In my hometown, I'm a low down dirty crackhead. No matter how high I vibe, I can't erase that picture out of people's mind. Another reason is so many triggers. You know how many spots I smoked Primos? You know how many people I've done wrong? So many triggers. You know how many motel rooms I done slept in? How many abandoned houses I done slept in? How many, once I upgraded, how many motels and hotel rooms I done slept in with women? To where I look around the city and it's just triggers and triggers and triggers. You know that hamburger stand? My best friend got killed at. That gas station right there, my best friend got killed at. That wash house right there, not only did my best friend get killed at, I bought the best damn crack there. Everything is a trigger in your hometown. And you got a picture that's already painted of you that will never be erased. This is why you will constantly relapse in your hometown. Even if it's not relapsing on drugs, it can be just relapsing on bullshit. You hear what I'm saying? No matter how you want to mold the BS, just relapsing on it. In your hometown, man. This is why Abraham got all the blessings when he left his hometown. This is why the Bible says that a prophet is not going to be honored in his hometown, because it's a picture that's already painted. And it's so many triggers, man. I go to watch right now. It's a good chance I just might smoke a damn Primo. Because it's so many triggers. So many people that I smoked Primos with still around them. Still around there. You hear what I'm saying? So the magical benefits in traveling. I'm a traveler. I'm like a nomad. When you go to a new city, a new state, it's like you have a blank piece of paper and a pen, and you can write your life. You can write a whole new life, man, and it has no triggers. You look around, you haven't done anything there. You haven't done anything there. You go to the city, you don't know who the drug dealers are or anything like that. You got a new start. Just like that, with one Greyhound ticket, With one plane ticket, just like that, you got a new start. That is magical, man. Come on now. That's magical. In your hometown, it is what it is. 5 hours away, you can rewrite your whole life, create a whole nother program, and you don't have the triggers. Here's another thing. Here's another magical benefit of traveling. When you travel to another city, another state, you absorb the energy of that city, state, dimension. Now, let me tell you about it. New Mexico has a way totally different energy than Phoenix. And Phoenix has a totally different energy than Vegas, and Vegas has a total different energy than LA. When you go to, let's say, Albuquerque, New Mexico, you feel like you're in a whole different dimension. The food tastes different. The slang is different. The politics is different. The police officers are different. And it's a certain energy that you get whether you ask for it or not. You're going to get it. Now, when you go back to your old city where you was born, people are going to see that on you. If you go a lot of different places, you get the energy of a lot of different places, and then you become like a Nipsey Hussle. See, Nipsey Hussle was different than the average LA gangbanger because the average LA gangbanger just stay in his hood. Remember, they want you to just stay in your hood. There's people who was born and raised in the projects and haven't left the damn projects in years. Yeah, they go to the supermarket up there and they go to the doctor and they probably go to Magic Mountain once or twice a year, but the majority of their damn time is spent in like 3 miles, a 3-mile square. They want you like that because they know that when you go to the Mayan ruins, when you go to the pyramids in Egypt, there's a certain amount of energy that you're going to absorb and you're going to bring it back to your hometown and people going to see it and it's going to separate you. This is the magical benefit of traveling, man. We are people that traveled. We traveled the seas, the land, the stars, the universe. We never really sat in one spot because we knew just by going to a different place, you absorb the energy of that place. Now, when I go back to where I was born and raised, I got 20 different recipes. They get to taste the green chili of New Mexico that is expressed through me. My brothers and sisters, they can't do this because they stayed in one spot. Now they can tell me about the street corn of LA. They can tell me about the lowriders and the gang culture, but they can't tell me about the energy of Atlanta. They can't tell me about the energy that I felt when I went to Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, man. It was so depressing. I could feel the death. It was so depressing. I had to leave Jackson, Mississippi because the damn energy was so low. Not because of the people, but because of all the trauma that occurred in Jackson, Mississippi. I had to shake it off. I apologize to the people in Jackson, Mississippi because my mama and her whole side of the family is from Jackson, Mississippi. But I had to leave Jackson, Mississippi. And I never want to express that depressing ass, suppressing that energy of Jackson, Mississippi, man. But when I went to Alabama, I felt it a little bit. But then I felt a little bit more better when I was in Montgomery, Alabama. A little bit, but it was still kind of the same, you know. crazy. It's like each state is a different dimension, and you get to experience that, and you get the stamp. You get the stamp of Alabama. You get the stamp of Atlanta. And with these stamps, it's like you got the energy of it. Remember, they copied everything from us. They don't just do nothing for just no reason. When they go to these different places and they get these patches and stuff. You get the patches too just by going to the other place. This is the magical benefit of traveling, man. It's a whole different menu in Santa Fe, New Mexico than it is in Watts. If you've been living in Watts your whole life, have you experienced the taste of Santa Fe, New Mexico? It's a totally different taste. It's a totally different atmosphere, a totally different vibe. And I absorbed that. I absorbed all that. I absorbed Albuquerque. I absorbed Alamogordo. The horse manure smell and all of that stuff that people don't experience. When you experience these things, it likes open up different parts of your DNA. And you get different downloads, and you become way faster than the guys in your hometown who never went nowhere. You hear what I'm saying? The magical benefits of traveling. And I'm going to tell you something. That people who travel a lot, they notice this. I've noticed it. My woman noticed it. Even my children noticed it. All of my guys have noticed it because all of my guys are like nomads. We travel, right? When you go to a different city, it's like the same as the other city, but just a different face. The people in the city, it's like the same. In this city, you got a guy named Jimmy, and he's a big guy. He breed bullies, and he sell weed. In this city, it's the same type of guy, except for he's Mexican. He sell weed, and he breed German Shepherds. You start to see that these are like different dimensions, man. I don't want to go too deep. Yeah, I go deep. Let me tell you what my daughter said. She noticed this too. She said, Good Burger and SpongeBob is the same thing, but just like in a different dimension. In this dimension, it's called Good Burger. And the guy with the braids, he's SpongeBob. But in this dimension, it's called SpongeBob SquarePants. And SpongeBob is the guy with the braids, and she was breaking it down, and I was like, yeah, you see that each city is like a different dimension. I'm telling you, man, even in the projects, I seen this with gangs. I seen confirmation. I seen this with gangs. You see, this is why they don't want the gangs and different people to communicate, because you will see that everything kind of just repeats itself. Okay, you got this project, let's say the Imperial Courts, and then you have the Jordan Downs, and they don't get along. So they will never get to see this. But by me being a non-affiliate, I could see it because I could go into both of the projects because I know people in both of the projects, so I could see it. So I say in the Imperial Courts, there's a guy with tattoos all on his face that'll kill for the hood. And there's a guy in the Jordan Downs that's the same. And they like kind of use the same type of words and everything. It's like they the same people. You understand what I'm saying? And then in the imperial courts, it'd be like a big fat dude, and he'd be having all of the dope, and he'd probably have braids. And then in the Jordans, it'd be like a big fat dude who would have all the dope, but he'd have like long dreads. It's crazy, man. But you would have to travel to see this. Like somebody told me the reason that The Simpsons it lasts for years and years and it's still they still making new episodes of The Simpsons is because every damn city is Springfield. Every city got a boo. Every city got home. Oh, man, I'm telling you, it is. It just repeats itself. But you will have to travel to see this. I don't have anything else to say about this. Travel. Get out of your hometown, and you will see. It will become magical. If you're on drugs, then leave, man. What's stopping you? You see, it's a force that's stopping you, that's making you afraid to leave the nest. If you've been in your hometown your whole life and you haven't left and lived nowhere else, it's like you a bird that haven't even left the nest yet. You still in the nest. Peace.